Thank you so much for being here. So Jojo, it's a very, I would imagine, emotional time for you. We've lost Polly, but you are here to continue her life's work. How do you manage to keep Stop Ecocide alive?
I would say with help. First of all, with help from Polly herself. I worked very closely with Polly for 4 years, for the last 4 years of her life. And so, as it turns out, that was a very intense training to then take up that torch that she had carried for so long. But secondly, from help from an amazing team. When Polly first became ill, we had amazing communications from people who were pouring, love and support and devastation towards us, and shock at what was happening, and who were asking, how is this work going to continue without Polly? But in reality, what happened was quite incredible. When she passed away, there was a huge upsurge of support, and lots of people stepped up and said, Jojo, we want to help you continue this. We've got to make sure that this work continues and doesn't die with Polly. So the last few months have been a roller coaster, but have also been deeply inspiring, and we now have a very big team that is working on this.
We've heard tonight about many movements, global movements, who gain a lot of traction, a lot of influence and awareness. Can those actually help to create specific instruments of law like Polly imagined?
I think this is a really important factor in what's happening at the moment, especially for us, because for many years, Polly and I sat there feeling like this is so obvious that we need to criminalize mass damage and destruction to the earth. Why is this not obvious to everybody else? But this year, just over the last 9 to 12 months, we've seen a huge transformation in that due to Fridays for Future, due to Extinction Rebellion, which was born in our hometown, in my hometown where I work with Polly. And that alarm call, that wake-up call, has completely transformed the conversation. It means that the public are so much more aware of the situation we're in. They're much more aware that we're in this incredible climate and ecological emergency. And what that means is that we're now being heard, that people are able to hear this idea of bringing ecocide into criminal law and drawing that kind of moral red line where we say, this is the point that we do not go beyond.
Mm-hmm. How can those who are inspired by your work and who also think, this is so logical, why isn't this already a crime, ecocide? How can those who think like that help you?
Well, first of all, we would invite people to go to our website, which is stopecocide.earth, and to become, alongside already many thousands of others, earth protectors by signing up to their campaign. Because we see criminal law as protective law. If you have a right to life, it's protected by the fact that murder is a crime. If that wasn't the case, your right to life would not be valid. And the rights of nature need a similar protection, and that protection is the law of ecocide. So we see ecocide as a protective law, and it's a campaign for earth protectors. So we invite everybody in this room to become earth protectors at our website. We also have a pilot scheme in place where towns can become earth protector towns, colleges can become earth protector colleges. So institutions and municipalities can start approaching positively the aspects that they work with, procurement, infrastructure, education, with this basic assumption that we should be doing no harm, of first do no harm. And it's a way of preparing for a world which does have this law in place and which does operate in a way that protects the basic integrity of the larger web of life that we form a part of. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to, if it's all right with you, I'd actually like to kind of put some of Polly's words into this space, because she had an amazing thing that she would do. Sometimes in the middle of the night, she would wake up and she would be inspired to write down the thoughts that came to her in the middle of the night. And she kept those all to herself, but she left them to me when she died, and they were called Earth Notes. And I'd like to read you one of her Earth Notes as a note of inspiration. What do you wish to experience? When you wish with all your heart, it is heard by the universe, and nothing less can come into being. Know this, You now have something far more valuable than you realize. You have all the means at your disposal to manifest whatever it is you wish to experience in this lifetime. Many others like you are ready. So go on, wish big and greatly, for in time, everyone who so chooses can and shall step into their highest being. Time is elastic. Much can happen in a moment, so let go of timelines. They only exist in a 3D universe. Yours is a 5D universe where time and space have multi-continuums that override lower dimensions and linear thinking. Speak, and you shall be heard. Your voice carries your intent, so be clear in what you ask for and what you call in. Small and large, they shall all be met. Thank you.